And hello everyone, I'm very glad to welcome all of you on our social media recruitment course from LinkedIn to Telegram. Today we have our first class, how to search on Twitter, Pinterest and Xing. And yeah, welcome to everyone. Happy to see you here. So, what's in it for me? Why you should participate in this course? With this course, with the knowledge of this course, you will be able to close your vacancies 2 times faster, right? Which will increase your income finally. And also knowing how to search on social media, on social networks, is the key to being an IT recruiter. And their current salary level is up to 4,000 per month. Of course, it depends on the country and on the taxes and everything, but I would say an average. So this is a course website, and let me introduce myself. I don't know if all of you know me or not. My name is Mike Pritula. My experience started as as a recruiter at Alpha Bank. This is the first job that I have in my experience. Then I worked for Starlight Media, its TV channel, which is one of the biggest in Eastern Europe. Then I joined a wargaming company. I worked in Minsk, Belarus, and I started as HR business partner, and then I became total rewards lead. Then I worked at Preply. I built the whole HR department and the recruitment system there. Then I worked, and actually I did pretty the same for Ideals. And then I worked with PeopleForce and helped them to develop their software. And now I have Mike Pritula Academy. I also have Papa HR. I call this HR consultant, which helps HR to do different things. Yeah. And in my work, I rely not only on my experience from different companies, different industries, and even different countries, but also on best practices. So I read all those researches, surveys, information, articles, and I share both my personal experience and best practices in HR and recruitment work. About homework, this course um, has 6 classes and then 6 home assignments. And I expect you to do all those homeworks, not just to have this practice and to try all those tools and search queries and everything, but also to receive our diploma. So this is a necessary requirement to have our diploma. It's possible only if you accomplish all your home assignments. We issue our diploma on a credible platform. It's an online platform, one of the most famous probably in the world. Also, for example, Google, Zendesk, Slack, and other companies, Harvard, they also use this credible platform to issue their diplomas. I would like to know you a little bit better. So if you don't mind, please write if you have your name in Zoom, you shouldn't repeat, just type your title. You may add something like, I don't know, country, city, if you are in different countries. I know the main company is based in Cyprus, but if you are from the different country, or different city, you may type title, city, and something, whatever you want. So please type this in chat so everyone could read and everyone could see. So who will be first? Hi, Mike. I'm talent recruiter and I'm based in Cyprus. Great. Nice to meet you, Marius. Anastasia here, talent sourcer from Latvia. Riga. Great. I've been there. I've been in Cyprus. I've been in Riga as well. Yeah, so next, hi, I'm Larissa, senior talent recruiter, Limassol. Okay. Nicholas, talent sourcer, Limassol, Cyprus. Tatiana, talent recruiter from Larnaca, Cyprus. So you are from different cities as well on Cyprus. That's great. I've been to Nicosia, just in Cyprus. Melissa, and I'm based in Belgrade, Serbia, and I'm talent recruiter. Great. Okay, thank you for this small introduction and let's start. This is a course program. Today we will learn how to search on Twitter, Pinterest, and Xing. Then we will continue with Facebook. Then the separate class will be for LinkedIn. Then we will learn how to search on Instagram and GitHub. The fifth class will be for YouTube, Vimeo, TikTok, Clubhouse, Dribble, Behance. And then finally, it's going to be Telegram and Threads, which is the pretty new social network, but it's growing pretty fast because Facebook and actually Meta company, they try to help this social media and they try to do cross posting from Threads to Instagram to Facebook just to help to grow the audience. Our lesson program for today, why you should use social media, not just job boards that you probably use every day, but also social media, different social media. We will learn internal search capabilities on those social media, how to use X-ray search for social media, and different features how to behave on social media, just like to present yourself quite good because you're going to communicate to candidates. So your profile should be nice and attractive and understandable to those candidates. So I will share some ideas how to improve your profile. So why use social media? Why it's important for modern talent recruiters and also sourcers? Candidates are more actively starting to look for jobs on social media sites. So it's not just us, we want to use more social media to find candidates, but it's also about candidates who use social media to find their next job. And you'll see that there are lots of them. For example, you'll see how to use hashtags to find people who are looking for the job on social media. Most companies continue to rely on job sites, so there is a less competition on social networks. So you'll be the first to contact potential candidates because at the moment, not so many companies, they try to use social media like LinkedIn, Facebook, and others. Social media audiences are many times larger than any job sites. So you will find billions of people on social media and just probably several millions of people on job sites. 80% of passive candidates are willing to consider an interesting offer, and about 70% of people are passive. So you have access to much more people on social media than just on job sites. And those candidates, we usually call them passive, like they are not in the active search. But this doesn't mean they are not ready to communicate, they are not ready to consider our positions, our vacancies. They're quite open to new opportunities. They don't look actively, but if you have something interesting to offer, if your job is challenging, is attractive, you have a great team, and I believe you do, then they will consider your position. Most social networks have messaging capabilities. Probably almost all of them. Not all of them, of course. Uh, YouTube doesn't have, you may just use comments. Then Pinterest doesn't have as well. But most of them, like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Xing, Twitter, and so on, they do have these messaging capabilities. There are plugins that allow you find a candidate's email and phone number from social network, especially for LinkedIn. There are so many, and we will learn them. There are so many different plugins that will help you to find their contacts and to communicate with them through those um, messaging platform like Telegram or WhatsApp, and um, even just to call them. Social network profile analysis allows for more personalized contact with candidates. So we will see, based on LinkedIn example, how we may use different plugins and even artificial intelligence to personalize your contact with candidates. But if you don't have any of those plugins, you may just read their profile, read their newsfeed, read what they post, and you may personalize your communication based on that. And the candidate in return has the opportunity to analyze the recruiter's profile and decide if they want to respond or not. So, and for this, you have to improve your profile. You have to make it very attractive, very well developed, very well organized to show that as a professional, as a talent sourcer or talent recruiter, you are quite good person and it's good idea to talk to you to just to have you in their network, right? So if they are not interested in the moment, if they see that your profile is interesting, they will want you to have you in their network because there will be a time when they will be searching for the new job, like within several months or even years. So having a good profile will help you to build your network and to attract more A players. Social media is the number 2 most important sources for job search for candidates. So this is employer brand research by Randstad, very famous company. And they show us that job boards, of course, is on the first place, but then social media comes. So we see that 34% of candidates, they are looking for the new job on social media. And I don't know why they put LinkedIn uh, on a separate category because it's just a part of social media. So if we summarize, we will have even more. And top 5 channels that led to success in finding a job. And again, social media is here, right? So it's quite effective and it's something that most of candidates use just to find their new job. And all those social medias, they are growing constantly. They have lots of monthly active users. Probably Facebook, the biggest one with 3 billion users. We don't have YouTube here. Um, some experts and some sites, they consider YouTube as social media. Some, they don't do this, but I think YouTube will have even more active users. But then it's Facebook, it's Instagram, TikTok, and others. Snapchat mostly for the US. I don't think it's so popular in Europe. And by the way, are you looking just in on Cyprus and Europe, or you're looking across the world? Do you have any vacancies in the United States, North America, maybe Asia? So if you could share, please share what kind of countries you use for search your candidates. Do you have any position there? Probably you may have remote jobs as well that you may consider people from different countries. So if you don't mind, please type in the chat. Yeah, actually you may use your microphone if you want and reply.
Uh, yeah, we have a lot of remote positions, and I personally hire a lot from Asia, mostly from Philippines, Indonesia, sometimes from Vietnam. And I also hire a lot from Latin America.
And Latin America as well. And what languages do you use? Do you hire only for English or other languages
It
as well?
depends. It depends on the project. Sometimes for Spanish-speaking projects, so in this case, I go to Latin America. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's only English, so it's mostly Asian countries.
Okay, great. Yeah, so for some of your positions, you may use probably Snapchat, WeChat as well. Yeah. Okay, so let's continue. Again, some statistics. Almost 5 billion people, almost 5 billion people, that's a lot, use social media globally, according to the platform's report of current active users. 80% of the world's population is active on social media when considering the 18 plus age audience. We know that there are 8 billion people in the world, so 61% of those use social media regardless of age or internet access. Over the 5.3 billion internet users, 93% of those are active users. And finally, of the 5.6 billion unique mobile phone users, 88% are active users of internet. The global audience is growing as well. So the global social media audience is growing year to year, so we expect even more people to come and join social media. So I expect probably, I don't know, maybe they join social media probably at the age of 10, maybe 12, and they use social media until the later age, right? Up to 80 or even 90 years. So we expect probably almost all people be there on social media finally. And of course, people spend a lot of time in there. So if you're even if you're in active job search, you will visit job boards probably every day. Probably you will spend up to 1 hour a day to search for new vacancies, to read descriptions, but then you spend almost 3 hours. It depends, of course, it depends, but in average, it's 2 hours and 24 minutes a day. But most people they spend even more, right? Like 3 hours a day they spend on social media. So you have more chances to attract those people to communicate with them because they are online there. They check their messages and newsfeed very often, right? Probably every hour or so. So it's much more convenient to use social media, not job boards, to hire people. This is based on LinkedIn research. 90% of people open to new opportunities, and 63 they feel flattered when a recruiter writes. Of course, it depends on what you write, but usually people like when they are approached by recruiters and talent sourcers. So they consider your contact like a compliment, and this is good, right? So it's not something that you are disturbing them, you are spamming them. Of course, it depends what you communicate. If you approach senior developer with junior developer position, of course, they will be very angry. But if you propose something interesting, something at their level or a little bit above of their level, then yeah, they will be very happy to have this request, even if they cancel and even if they ignore your message. But inside, they will be happy that recruiters write them. We have different statistics of active users of different social media in different countries. This is for Cyprus. Actually, on this site, you may find any country. So, for example, you have new position in Brazil. You may open the site and analyze which social media are most popular in this country. So, for example, in Cyprus, based on this research, we see that Facebook, yeah, it's close to 80%, right? Then this orange, I think it's Instagram, then Pinterest, Twitter, what that? This is YouTube. Yeah. I'm not sure for LinkedIn, where is it? Yeah, but LinkedIn as well, Reddit also, and other. So you may analyze for different countries what kind of social media they use the most. Again, this is a link to the site, so you may choose any country. And the final idea, when something stops working, it's good to have a backup option, right? Because sometimes those job sites or other channels, they have some difficulties, they have some problems. So when you have a lot of different alternatives, you may just switch easily. For this, it's good to use different social network. So, and today we will consider just some of them, and based on them, we also will learn how it works. So probably almost every social network, they have internal search capabilities. And it's good to use this. It's quite well organized. It's working not bad, not so bad. It depends, right? Because for example, for Facebook, it's I would say it don't work. It doesn't work because when you type something inside Facebook, you will find just I know maybe a dozen of profiles, and the result will be not so good. So Facebook, for example, you have to use X-ray search. But for Twitter, for example, you may use internal search. You may just type whatever you want, like a job title, and you'll find profiles. Just use this people tab, yeah, and you'll see results. So let's check. I have some links here. So for example, when I open Twitter, let's type So for example, brand manager, just brand manager, for example. Yeah, lots of results. But let's add Cyprus. Sorry, Cyprus. Yeah, correct one. And for example, Nicosia. Yeah, yeah. So they don't have it in their profile, but you may use this internal search and find something. Also, they have this advanced search. So you click these three dots. Yeah, and you may type some words to find exact face, any of these words, none of these words, some hashtags, language, accounts, mention these accounts, different filters, engagement, dates. So you may also type brand manager Nicosia. There's going to be search, let's say, latest. Yeah, so you'll find something, right? Probably not profiles, but some information. Yeah, but for Twitter, using this kind of search with job title and city or country is not so useful because people, they don't fill their profiles well. So if we delete this, let's consider one of the profile. Yeah, Ahmed. So what they type, they just type some of their interests, probably one job title, and most of them, they don't even mention their region. For this guy, we see it's from Hollywood, they have their site, some information, but for Twitter, it's not so popular to fill all job details, right? Just some of basic information. So what you may do, you may use actually different search operators as well. For example, you may type this near search operator, near Nicosia, for example. Yeah, it's something. Actually, let's try. Yeah, so probably there are not so many people on Twitter from Nicosia specifically, but also let's try. You have Limassol as well. No. Limassol. And probably for Twitter, Limassol and Nicosia. Yeah, and we have people from Riga. So for example, Riga. Just this one person. And and Serbia. Yeah, much more people. So you may try different locations. What else you may use? You may use search by list. So Twitter, they use different lists, and there is a special service that have this list search. So for example, again, brand, but probably the list will be brand management. Brand management. Yeah, so this is different lists. Interim management, brand, recruiting handlers. So what you do, you find the list that has the closest description for your job. Yeah, I don't see for brand management, probably for marketing will be better. Yeah, like Mashable, marketing. And what you see here, subscribers and members, right? So you may approach people from the list and check their profiles, check their posts. And also, if you don't mind, please type some of job titles you have as vacancies, just for me as examples for you, because I know you're probably media and IT company, but it's better to know your specific vacancies that you work with. I think it's like developers, marketers, who else? Probably some support, probably some country managers, copywriters, right? So designers and artists. So if you don't mind, please type some of vacancies you have in your list. Yeah, but let's try some other lists, like last Rust programming language. Yeah, and we see people that is interested in this programming language, members and followers. So these are members, so you may check their profiles, and these are followers. Again, let's try, okay, what kind of vacancies you may have as well. Copywriter, right? Probably not copywriter, but copywriting, right? Copywriting, writing, VA web support copywriting experts. Yeah. So again, probably this one is deleted. Okay, let's try this. And again, we see people who is interested in copywriting. And we may check followers and members. David Ogilvy, yeah, this is big. Copywriter at Publix London. And you may check all those titles. What else we have? We may use hashtags. People use hashtags a lot on social media. And for example, when they are looking for work, they use this hashtag. So what you do, you just use hashtag as a search word, and you see people who's interested in the job. So you may add artist, for example, artist. You may use latest tab. Yeah, and you will find some people who is interested in job as artist. You may try to use some location like Germany, for example, or city like Berlin, yeah, or New York. Yeah. So sometimes you need to add the location, sometimes you just keep this. And you also you may use resume hashtag. And what you do when you see search results, pay attention to other hashtags they use, right? So for example, instead of resume, I may use CV, job search, career advice. Probably career advice is not so good. Again, resume, job search, and job search, hire me. I think hire me looks interesting. Yeah, so let's try Cyprus. Hire me Cyprus. Got some Cyprus Hill plain value. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so location is not so popular to use in different posts. So you may use hire me and let's say brand as a brand manager, for example. Generate this army, Dominic Garcia, journalist. So that's how you search on Twitter. What else you may do? You may contact people, but on Twitter you can't contact everyone because some of people they only allow you to contact them if you have if you have their contact as a friend. So let's check for Dominic. Now we see that we can't contact him directly because he opens just for his friends. But for some people, let's try someone else. You will see this icon message. So you may just type whatever you want, right? And they will receive your message. If you want to contact people and their profile is closed, they don't have this message button, you may use comment feature. So you may comment something. I want to PM you. Would you add me? Something like that. And they will see your reply, right? That's how you may approach if they don't have a message button. Or you may use another social network. Some of them, they just list another, let's see. Sometimes, yeah, as you can see, contact me, social media links, Instagram, TikTok, So you may open Instagram profile and use message button there. And now we make a comment this contact this person. Or you may use search by their nick on other platform like Telegram. So for example, this guy nick is Mr. DJ Media. So if we search for this nick on Telegram, we may find this contact. But of course, Telegram is just for some of countries. I think they have, as I said, probably close to 1 billion active users, if I'm not mistaken. But you may also do this Google search and try to find this person somewhere. Seems like Dominic Garcia. This guy is on YouTube as well. Yeah, like this. And of course, you may search by name. If you have his name, we may also try LinkedIn to search this guy by their name. Let's check. Dominic Garcia. Dominic Garcia. I think this is another person. People. Yeah, probably he's not here. But you may find people because lots of people they are on different platforms at the same time. Then Pinterest. Pinterest is another social media network. It's focused on visual information. It's more about pictures. And since it's about pictures, you may find different kind of artists, designers, and other people there. You may use internal search, like I did here. We see a lot of 2D artists, as we can see. And you may also try to find some designer, and you may open profile and click contact. You may use message, you may use email. Oh, no. Yeah. And call. I think it's via phone. So Pinterest is quite good for different visual jobs. Designer, who else? Actually, I would try copywriter as well. Why not? Yeah, because copywriters will be looking for different visual images for their articles. So we find a lot of copywriters there as well. And then you open the profile and you read some information. And again, contact. Here is by email. Then Xing. Xing is quite similar to LinkedIn. It's very interesting network. Actually, they started probably at the same time. I think it was 2003. And it's very popular in Germany, in India, and Switzerland. So it's not for all actually people from different countries are there, right? But Xing is most popular in Germany and India and Switzerland. And of course, we may try to find like any person. Why not try brand manager, Cyprus, right? Yeah, 138, not bad. And probably even Nicosia, 18, 19. So you see these people. And as LinkedIn, it has premium features. So you see some of filters only available in premium. So you may subscribe. It's actually not so expensive. So for LinkedIn, you may pay $100 per month to use premium. But for Xing, you see just $8 per month if you pay annually. Yeah. So you may use premium, then you may open profile and you see job history, skills, and different information, pretty similar to LinkedIn. And of course, you may add as a contact or write a message. Yeah, for some people, as you can see, you need this premium, all benefits for premium. So you may use this as well. Then what? It was about internal search, which is starting point to search for people or some information, but it's not what you use. You also use X-ray search. Why it's X-ray? X-ray is like X-ray in medicine. You use X-ray to see your bones and internal parts, and we do the same for sites. So when we use X-ray search, we use like X-ray for sites. For X-ray, we type search operator, which is site, and two dots. Then we mention the site itself, and then we add some information. So for example, if I want to search HR business partners from Nicosia on Twitter, I would type this site, Twitter, tweets. This we type just to search in profiles. Let's try the search and see the result. Yeah, probably there are not so many HR business partners who mentioned their job title in Nicosia, but here we see that there are lots of people. Let's type different countries actually. Germany, for example. Yeah, we see some Germany people. Let's open, let's say Sofia, right? So what we see, interesting. She is from Lisbon, but somewhere in your profile, or probably interesting. That's interesting. Why Google decided that she is from Germany? Because here we see people from Germany and Germany and Germany. Yeah, probably the mistake. But let's open this. Michela Rother, Frankfurt, Germany. We may also use this city, any city we want to search for. Yeah, so there are some of HR business partners specifically in Frankfurt. Offenbach, probably it's maybe close. Yeah, summit. This person mentioned some summit at Frankfurt am Main. Yeah. So that's how we do X-ray. We may use X-ray for lists, right? As I showed you previously, for search through the list, we may use special platform, or we may do X-ray search. And we may use hashtags to find people who use hashtags. Also for Twitter and for some other social media, we may use specific service like Recruit In, and we just type some information. Let's again try Cyprus, some skills. Let's try broader skills like marketing and skills to exclude. Let's not exclude anything. And we click open. And then we see people from Cyprus. Also, what is interesting, Google search, they eliminated the amount of search results. So now you can't see how many profiles you have. But there is a small trick. You may use Bing search. Bing is by Microsoft. And just copy paste your search query. So I copy from here and put it here. And now I see how many results are there. So, and it works pretty the same as Google, right? But it has more search results and it has this information. So then having this, I can add something just to reduce the amount of results. So for example, not probably marketing, but rather brand, brand, okay, brand manager. Now we don't have brand managers. Yeah, that's why, because people don't type a lot of information on their Twitter profile. It will work much better for LinkedIn, but we will see it later on different class. What else? For Pinterest, you may use the same request. Let's actually use Bing. Yeah, so we see some people that have Nicosia. Let's put it in this. Yeah, seems like interesting. I don't see Nicosia here, but for some reason, Bing decided to show me results even if I actually let's try the same for Google. Okay, probably it's real that we have some people from Nicosia on Pinterest, Charlotte Nicosia. And of course, for Xing, we have a lot of different search queries for Xing. This is the basic one. We use in title for mentioning job title, and we may use some additional keywords that we use for profile. Let's start from this. Probably not sure from that you may be interested in this regulatory affairs. Let's use rather copywriter. 50 copywriters with the title copywriter on Xing. What about artist? 55. Interesting. What about okay, HR 77? Yeah, not so much. Alexander, HR, but some people that you may consider. And again, what is interesting, when you use job boards, you find those people that others company find as well. But when you use different platforms, different sites, you may find some additional candidates. So for some of those platforms, don't expect having too many results. Of course, for LinkedIn, for Facebook, you will have lots of results. But for some of them, as we see today, for Twitter, for Xing, for Pinterest, it may add you just several additional results. But those results would be very important and would be very interesting because other recruiters, they don't find those candidates. And of course, Recruit M has search for Xing as well. So you may switch. So you may switch. Here we may use Twitter, Stack Overflow, Xing, GitHub, Dribble, and even LinkedIn. For Xing, we may type job title. We already tried artist, copywriter, developer. Yeah, let's try developer. Location to include Cyprus. Keywords to exclude. Yeah, and let's try this. Open. Yeah. And again, on Google, we don't see the amount of results. So let's try the same for Bing. This is a Bing. And now we see, and this is interesting. You see that Google and Bing, they see different results. Maybe because Xing don't have in title operator. Yeah, you probably do this. Yeah, they have quite different syntaxes. Bing, they don't support this in title operator. Yeah, so you just remove this. And yeah, so many results. Let's reduce, let's type Java, for example. Let's type, what else? Docker. Let's type Jira. So we see less and less results. And let's open one of them to see what we have. Software engineer, qualification, about information, and all those skills that we type in. Let's try to find. Yeah, this is a Docker, Jira, probably it's something. Oh, no. Probably Jira is somewhere here. You have to open. Yeah, this is Jira. So it was there. Okay, and some peculiarities of social networking behavior. To communicate candidates through social media, you need to develop what I call great profile, almost perfect profile. So this is a checklist of what this checklist is universal for all social media, right? Some features from this checklist you may add only on LinkedIn. Some of features you may add to all your profiles. So what you need? First, of course, you need great photo because we analyze people by their photo at first. Then relevant cover. Cover is something behind your photo, like yeah, this is a cover. I'm not sure if I use a basic profile on Xing. I'm not sure if it supports this cover. So I may show you on LinkedIn. So for example, on LinkedIn, something behind your photo is the cover. And of course, it's great to use relevant cover, because if you don't have any cover, it looks quite, quite strange. Yeah, they have cover. Okay, so great cover. Then you need to type your first name and last name in the correct sequence, because some people, they type it wrongly, in wrong way. Then profile title, that's what you type below your job title, right? So you may write talent recruiter. I recommend you to write your job title and your company name and probably your location, because it's something that candidates see as the first information about you. So it's better to put the most relevant and important information there. Then correct description of the about section. Most of social networks, they support this about section. So it's like, this is empty, right? So we don't see anything here. So it's better to write it with details. You may add some lists, some emojis, just to make it effective. Then logos. If social network like Sync and LinkedIn, they support the possibility to mention your previous company and your current company, pay attention that you have logos to the left of your company. Then please add your licenses and certificates and diplomas, detailed description of places of work with achievements. Don't hesitate to use emoji. Add some recommendations. Actually, you may ask for recommendations, right? Add your achievements, post some articles, add some posts, feature articles if the social network supports this, like LinkedIn, and participate in different groups and follow different people, companies, and ideas to show this at the bottom of your profile as your interest. To have great photo, it's very important to choose the best possible photo, right? So what you may do, you may use special service like photo filler, where you may upload your photo or different versions and wait and receive votes. And of course, you vote as well. So you vote for other people's photos, you analyze competency, likability, and influence of those photos. So you use scales. And then people see what kind of photo is the best. And let me show you this. So for example, imagine I'm a candidate, I'm not in an active job search, but I'm receiving some requests from recruiters. So for example, in your company, you call this talent recruiter. Let's type this, talent recruiter. Let's analyze their photo. Here we have people with photo. Okay, this is good. But for example, this one or this one, it's not so attractive, right? This is without photo at all. Again, no photo, no cover, just a job title, no about section, just one job title, no description, no achievements, no recommendations, and just some interests. So being a candidate, I would ignore this profile and will not respond. But if I see better profile, like this person is using emoji. Probably she has great profile. So she has emoji, about section, and again emoji, human, activity, she has posts and even comments, her experience with the description, education, licenses and certifications, skills, recommendations received, yeah, but no given, okay, and interests. This profile looks much better than some of previous. So please pay attention to this as well. And again, relevant cover. If you don't have any kind of cover, you don't have your photos, you don't have, I recommend actually to put photo of your team inside your office. If you don't have anything, you may use Unsplash. Unsplash, they have lots of different backgrounds, so you may find something interesting. You may just search even office or just team. So you may put some like this, and it's better than having nothing as a cover. And so this is example of profile on Twitter, right? This is my profile. I have my back cover, my photo, name, my small description, even my some link that I have, and some information. This is Pinterest. Actually, I'm not using Pinterest, and I don't search on Pinterest, but if I do, I will add my photo, my about section, pronouns, website, and everything. And Xing. For Xing, I have quite good profile without cover because I think I could add cover only if I have premium version. Yeah, but the rest is quite good. So now your homework for today. Make a search query for Twitter, Pinterest, and Xing, and describe who you search for and your thoughts on the result you got. So you use your account on our platform to submit your homework, and I will reply, right? So this is your homework. What's next? Next time, this Thursday, we will be talking about how to search on Facebook and some articles to read and to learn more information on social network recruitment. These are profiles to subscribe on Twitter. So you search them on Twitter. It will be good experience for you just to use Twitter. You search for profiles. Those profiles, they are profiles of OSINT people. OSINT is open source intelligence, people who use different open information, different networks to search for some information, and they share some great search queries. So I recommend you to subscribe to all of them. And this is it. If you have any questions, you may ask. If you don't have any questions, you may comment what was the most valuable for you today. You may use your microphone or you may type in the chat. I hope everyone sees the chat. Yeah, based on your answers with your job title, I understand that you see the chat. Yeah, you submit your homework. Actually, you have your account and access to your account from your email. But if you don't remember where is it, you just type Pritula.academy and you use this student room button. So you will be logging into your account. So go to our website and click this button, student room. Yeah, then presentation. Yes, presentation will be there in your student account. You will see this webinar recording, so you may watch it later, anytime you want. You will see this presentation. You may download this presentation, and it's better to download because I include some links. If you want to open links, you need to download the presentation, right? So I recommend you to download the presentation. And you submit your homeworks also there. You will find homework section. And if you have any kind of question about the platform or classes, you may use our chat, Telegram chat, to ask our support for their help or any kind of information and receive the help. Okay. Good. So thank you for joining this class today. I will be waiting you the same time on Thursday. So please come and join the full team. Yeah, and anything to comment? No? Okay. So thank you and see you later. Bye. Have a great day and great week. Thank you, Mike. See you soon. Yeah, see you soon. Bye.